Hi guys, Chris here from Lifestyle Entrepreneur, and thank you for tuning into the 0 to 100k challenge. Now, if you've been following us over the last 4 weeks, you would have gone through the hustle mode, and this is our first update, our first monthly update to let you know where we are. Now, we announced on Instagram, and if you want to follow us on Instagram, it's the Lifestyle Entrepreneur. We've got a link in the bio. That we're going to be restarting this challenge. So we've had a lot of interest from people to get involved, and we want to make sure that everyone is doing this at the same time with the same opportunity. So if you've already started, fantastic. You've got runs on the board and you can take those over. We are starting the cycle again. So it's Friday, the 26th of August, 2022. If you're tuning in later than that, that is absolutely fine. You can still start, but we're doing this live and we're going to be sharing these updates. And today is the day. So great news is, if you're just joining us, you have got 4 videos that you can catch up on. Now, that's the hustle mode, and this is very much about getting started, getting runs on the board, getting money in the bank. So if you go back through the episodes, you've got free money, return to sender, house overhaul, and sell what you know. And with those 4 strategies, we're going to show you how you can go from 0 in the bank to have some money on the board, so you can start to do some of the more advanced sessions, which we're going to be covering from next week onwards in the build phase. So what we're going to do, we're going to take you through where we've got up to. This is our first update. Although this is day 1, we've already been doing this for 4 weeks. So we're going to share where we got to with those. So if we open our transaction tracker, and if you've not done this already, you can download this from the link in the bio from our website. It's free of charge, just like the whole of this training. And this is where we're listing every single transaction we're making, so we can track how much progress we've made through each of the lessons. So this is ours, this is what we've made so far. This is actually money in the bank. So anything that's green, we've accomplished, and anything that is still white, it's because it's outstanding. Now, as you can see, if we work left to right, you've got the item, you've got the cost. You'll see this in the earlier episodes, but there is a note when you download this that you have to put a penny in just to get the ROI to work. You've got where the strategy came from, so this was from free money, and then what it sold for, and then our ROI. Now, if you have been following, the hustle mode is all about just getting those runs on the board. So the ROI is going to be really, really high because the investment for us was nothing. It doesn't matter whether you took the item to sell from your own home, whether you sold some knowledge, all we're putting in is time. So if this is like free things, turning them into capital. So far, we have managed to make sales up to £817. Now, that's from 0. 4 weeks ago, we had nothing in the bank, no money available, and we used our strategies over the last 4 weeks and 4 episodes to build this pot of cash to then move into the build phase. So there are a few big wins in there. One of the biggest that we had was the sell what you know. So we, if you check the episode out, we sold some of my knowledge, so how to optimize a listing on Amazon Marketplace for Amazon FBA, and we made £400 out of that. But there were some others in there, some big wins. We sold a squat rack that I had built during lockdown, which I never used and never installed, which was a fantastic investment for me. But there are some things that we just haven't got round to doing as well. So all of these items you can see down here in white, we are yet to list those on places like Vinted and eBay, just because we haven't had time at the moment. So we're going to invest that time now, and then we're going to start to see some more returns. Now, if we look at the actual total that we could get, so there's £319 in stuff that just hasn't sold yet, or because we haven't listed it, which means from the 4 strategies we've introduced you to over the last 4 weeks, and if you're just joining us that you're about to go through, we've managed to generate over £1,000 of profit, essentially, which is going to then go into our build phase, which we'll go on to next week. So it is possible to make a large sum of money in a short amount of time. And we've also released a video on the compound effect. So the reason we're going to get to 100k is not just by doing these hustle strategies. This would take a very, very long time. So 4 weeks to make £1,000, we've got to do that over 100 more times. You could say you could go and do that, but the house overhaul you can only do once every so often because you can't just sell everything you own. The sell what you know, you could probably keep doing, but then you're just going to get tied up with using all of your time. What we want to do is compound that money and make it into more money as quickly as possible. So this is where we go into the build phase. We're going to take that money. We're not taking any money out of this business and this opportunity for the next 12 months. We're going to reinvest every single penny and try and compound it and get as high return on investment as we can, so we can turn this 1,000 into 5,000, that 5,000 into 20,000, and so on and so forth. So the leaps will get bigger, but there will come more risk, there'll come more opportunity, there'll be coming more time that's needed, different strategies, and we're going to introduce you to those as we move on. So this is where we've got to. We'd love to hear in the comments where you've got to. Please share what your struggles were, any questions you've got. Join us in the Facebook community. So we now have a group set up for you so you can all support each other through this journey. And next week, we'll be releasing our first episode for the build phase, which is how do you go from wholesale to retail. And we'll explain more about what that is as we come to it. But for now, get stuck in. Thank you for following. Thank you to everyone who's subscribing. Please make sure you click the subscribe button, click all the links in the bio, get everything done that you need to do, and we will see you next week in the build phase. If you've joined us just now and you're just starting out, well done. Well done on taking the first steps, and use the next couple of weeks to really get involved in the hustle phase while learning more, while building that wealth. And because we're going to continue to do the hustle phase even in the build phase, because there's still value in that time at the moment by just pushing forwards and making as much money as we can. So thank you again. See you soon and see you next week.